Alex Marinelli, slide in. Again, if you joined us late and you need recording privileges, please drop me a note in the chat, and I will get you those recording privileges. Welcome, Alex. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
All right. Anyone with a question for Alex Marinelli, the three-time All-American, defending Big Ten champion, preseason rank number 2 at 165, please raise your hand, and we will get the question started. Alex, the first question this afternoon from Cody Goodwin.
Hey, Alex. Appreciate you guys doing this today. Two-time defending Big Ten champ, right?
Yep.
Tom was talking yesterday just about the idea of unfinished business, right? And I know that the ending last year was kind of out of everybody's control, but and you guys constantly preach about controlling what you can control, but the season is here. There's a schedule now, and Tom talked about ensuring that we get to the finish. How much do you guys maybe discuss just the idea of unfinished business and just making sure that you guys get that opportunity both on the mat but also taking care of business off the mat too to give yourself that best chance?
Yeah, I think right now the coaches, they're stressing control what you can control and where is your edge. Your edge is nutrition, sleep, and how you train and how you think. And I think when we have all those in line, we can be really effective on the mat. And I think Kemmer said it best. It's just something that's, we don't have to talk a whole lot about. I mean, and we know, and I think maybe with the freshmen coming in, we need to bring it up. That we were gunning for that national title, and they weren't in that thick of season with us, and it's kind of hard to emulate that with those freshmen and get them seasoned. But I feel like with the training cycle that we've been through, and with the coaches putting us through like training, I just feel like we know and the coaches know that we know that there's just unfinished business that we need to take care of. So.
Alex, the next question from Isaac Gotham.
Big Ten opponents right away. Looks like a very tough schedule. How do you think this team's mindset's going to be each week, knowing that it's all going to be tough matches?
Yeah, I think we have Nebraska coming up, and I've talked with a lot of my buddies and teammates, and we're just like, man, like Nebraska's they're a tough opponent. They're a super worthy opponent, and it's always a fun dual meet with them, and it's pretty awesome that we get to start out with a Big Ten dual meet right off the bat. I mean, sometimes we have to face non-conference duels or people we have to travel. Sometimes years before we went to Kent State, we had Chattanooga, but no, we're going right into Big Ten, and I think fans are excited about that. They're pumped up, and it's worthy opponent every single match, and I'm excited.
Alex, the next question from KJ Pilcher.
Hey, Alex. Is there anything that changes in the approach, or is there anything that's altered with it being a condensed season, just, essentially 8 to 10 weeks, 12 weeks, and that's what it consists of?
I think I don't know if anything's altered. I think the training schedule that we've been through so far, we've had to slide a little bit, and Terry says that a lot, and Tom, we slide our training. Like we're not just gonna train like there's a dual meet coming up when there wasn't, but we were training in a way that maybe we brought our weight down at the end of the week, and we're kind of emulating that tournament time coming up. And I just think that we're doing what we need to do, and we don't need to change a whole lot. I mean, we're expecting to do great things because we've been training the way I was been training for many years. So.
Alex, the next question from Grant Becker.
Alex, Kemmer talked sort of about that, the balance of the extra motivation because of the way things ended last year versus the thankfulness of having the opportunity to go through it this year and hopefully to get that opportunity you didn't get last year. Kind of how do you balance those things, and how are they impacting you on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, I think not dwelling on it too much that the national tournament got canceled. I mean, that's like the pinnacle, like Spencer said in his interview with the Hodge Trophy. It's like that's the pinnacle of college wrestling is to be a national champion, and it didn't happen. But it's like, what are you going to do about it? Are you just going to cry about it and not work out hard and just blame other people? Or are you going to get up and work out? And get better for the next national tournament that can happen, and that's St. Louis, and that's what we're excited about. And I think that is extra motivation for sure. I mean, we have something to prove, and we haven't won it since 2010, so it's another year. I mean, it's another year. So,
Alex, the next question from Cody Goodwin.
New guy part of the program this year, Jaden Ireman. How much? What have you guys kind of learned about him since he's been there? I know he's been there for almost a year now, but what's it like having him as part of the program now?
yeah, well, he's sitting right beside me, kind of. So I won't build his head up too much, but no, he's a guy that when the lights are on, he's going. And I mean, whether it's in the practice room or on the mat, I know he's going to be putting on a show. And he's a guy that loves to compete. He's awesome. He's funny. I mean, he brings a good vibe to the room, and he loves to wrestle. To be honest, I mean, it's hard to find those guys that are at that age that really want to still compete hard. And I mean, and Jaden Ireman's one of them. I mean, he loves to compete, and I love to see it. You love to bring in those guys. So.
Yeah, and to follow up with that, one of the things he's talked about is just the culture that you guys have at Iowa, and that really was one of the major reasons that kind of drew him in once he hit the portal. What is it about the culture that you guys have been able to build that, I mean, is really starting to, really, really be attractive to some of these other guys that might think about changing schools or especially recruits? What is it about it? What have you guys been able to build, and why is it so special?
I just think, it's for one, our mentality. Our culture about winning is totally different. I think we're obviously, a powerhouse program, and we bring in really good recruits. But I think just how we think about winning so much, and it's just a standard. It's the national title is the standard, and I think Jaden Ireman likes that because he wants to win. And then also our coaching staff. I mean, we have literally the best coaches in the world. Tom and Terry Brands, Ryan Morningstar, Telford. They're the best. They do it right, and I think guys see that, they're seeing that, and Jaden Ireman wanted that. And so it's a fun environment. You have so many guys that are really good. We're ranked number one in the nation, so, and we're one big family, so I think guys are just wanting to be a part of the program.
Alex, the final question for you this afternoon is from Grant Becker.
Alex, it sounds like you watched yesterday's press conference, so I assume you heard Coach Brands and the number of things that he was fired up about. I know we see that from him on a weekly basis. I'm sure you guys see that a lot more. One, what's he been like during the last 10 months here where you guys haven't been able to compete? And are the things that he fired up about specifically the people saying that you guys are ducking whoever or whatever that you can't wrestle? Are you guys fired up about those things too, or is that just something that he's said about?
I don't worry about what people are saying, but I think Tom and Terry, what fuels me is that they're so steady in what they say. I mean, what he's saying to you guys, he's saying to us. I mean, it's constant and it's consistent, and I think it's crazy to see, or it's not crazy to me, but for you guys, I mean, it's just Tom's mentality. It's what we see. It's what we see every day, and so that fires me up every day I hear it. And when I watch it, I'm like, yep, I know that, and then it's just good to hear. It's really good for us to hear and to watch those interviews, because Tom says things that we do need to be reminded of. We're not ducking people. We are wanting the best of the best, and we are and Spencer Lee is deserving of the Hodge Trophy. Yeah, he didn't win the national title this year, but it got stripped from us. But he is due for that. And I told Spencer, I said, hey, I'm coming for it this year. So.
All right, Alex, good luck this season, and thanks for your time this afternoon.
Thanks.